Hey Alex, some quick feedback for you from your last scrimmage. I don't have your POV, right? So this is just off the replay. I know you sent me two games with your POV, so I just don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna go over these kind of quickly, and I think these problems would probably persist from your other games as well. Okay, this matchup. So when I'm looking at this matchup and watching you guys trade, you and Silas trade, I want you to have the mentality of just like taking a short trade and walking away. Long trade is in general not good against Silas, who's running Conqueror. It's like okay to take a longer trade in the early game because Silas's cooldowns are not super short just yet. Basically, you can trade up until Silas's next spell is back. So something like this, right? You basically unload all your spells. You get a couple of W autos off. This is fine. This is effectively a short trade. This is winning, okay? And then you just walk away. But this mistake you made here is, well, you're trying to freeze the wave. Yeah, you basically extended the trade to try and hold this wave. It's not worth it, okay? And then you lose your flash for no reason. It's getting real specific here. I feel like level 2, I want to say E is just better. It's not like you need the armor for a W. I think the E does more damage. I feel like when the Salas trades onto you here, you could just QE him and then walk away. If you W him, right, obviously you're going to get this W auto off, one auto. You'll get two autos off for sure. But this third auto, the Silas should never let you get this third auto off. That was a mistake by the Silas, but I don't know. I think QE is just better, and then you can just QE walk away. Okay, here, so we know he's on grubs. I'm pretty sure Brian calmed it, right? And you should have an idea because, like, if we take drag, once again, this concept, right? If we take drag and the enemy team is not, enemy jungler is not contesting the drag, we should expect him to take the opposite side, okay? No, you get the notification here. You're playing safe. That's good. Kind of sucks, right? Because your wave's not good. Well, I guess my comment, just a small comment, is like, why don't you just drop your ward here? So I want you to do a better job of tracking TPs, right? So you're walking back to lane. We're making plays on the bot side of the map. The Silas is going to get this push for sure. And then you need to start thinking about whether he has TP, right? Because if he has TP, right, he could base and then TP somewhere. So you just need to give a little heads up for our team. Okay? And if you TP somewhere, right, because he got this wave pushed, it's really hard for you to follow. You're just going to lose. You're going to lose a wave if you follow. Okay? We lose this grubs fight or whatever. It's fine. Alright, you get this wave. A fight breaks out mid. You start walking. Your conditions are not the best. You can basically only throw an ulti with the mana you have. When I am watching your movement here, it doesn't make sense to me. It tells me you're not actually looking at the fight. Because if you were going to come to this fight and you're looking at the fight, you should realize that the solution is already dead, and then you should be pathing more aggressively. Why would you come this way? And if you can't come aggressive because like you're worried about dying or anything, then it probably just doesn't make sense for you to come at all. This is good from you. Opening mid like this is good. We are trying to play for this objective. You don't need to go bot just yet. Just open mid first. Good. You're hiding so they don't see you. That's fine. That's good. My minor feedback here is like your pathing could be a little bit more aggressive, right? You're playing Malphite. I want you to walk in like a more aggressive stance. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared. If they use resources on you, that's good. That means they're not using resources on our Varus. Posture like you're going to ulti, and then think about whether it's actually good for you to ulti or not. Okay? Okay, so anyways, we lose the fight, and then you run all the way bot. This is not very efficient, right? You're closer to the top wave, even if you go long like this. That's the first thing. Number two, they can't dive you. Even though they have more numbers top, they can't dive you, no way. Okay, here, so yeah, you're doing your thing bot. That's fine. We die topside. Irrelevant to you. You get this wave. Salas is probably basing because he's not actively fighting you on this wave. He TP's back. That's fine. Enemy team is on Herald. My feedback for you is you should just take this next wave as fast as possible. Okay? There's no way this size just 100 O's you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just better for the map, right? Imagine if, yeah, you're killing this wave right now. Basically what's going to happen is these waves are just going to neutralize, and then you get your base off, and then you open mid, right? So you'd probably be in base now, and there'd be no wave lost here. This is obviously Henry's bad, but I guess he gets debated by this wave or something. He should just open top here. He has TP. If we're playing for this drag, he TP's in. Otherwise, you know, if we're giving this drag, then we just get infinite top. Okay? Okay, last comment for you is here. So next objective is drag. Okay, I think you're like over grouping here. We need to wait for Henry, or it's not like you want to ult in here anyways. Since we're waiting for Henry, you should just hurry up, kill this bot wave, and that gives you better angles. I want you to come in. You can even flank here. Malphite is a lot scarier if you can flank. If you're just coming at the enemy team and they can see you just front to back, your ulti is not as threatening because they can actually react to it. But imagine if you'd be killing this wave right now, and then you take the inner track like this. Look how much scarier that is. You understand? And basically, if you go bot wave, we're going to give mid prio. That's fine. And then you're going to use your bot prio to come mid to secure the next mid prio. Okay? And you're coming in from a better angle. Okay, your laning phase this game. Yeah, I know you're not used to the Richie setup, so I'm not going to harp on it too much, right? But I feel like you're getting hit by like every choke Q. You know what I mean? Right, you were getting hit by choke Qs earlier, which forced you to pop a potion, but it's okay because you're playing Gragas. So you get hit by choke Q here. This one they start hurting quite a bit here. And you get hit by another one here, and that costs you your flash, right? So I'd say like this isn't the most insane feedback or anything. Don't feel too bad about eating away to try and dodge his Q. On top of that, if you watch the Baus, he does a very greedy start on Gragas. He goes Sapphire Crystal, refillable potion. That way you can get Lost Chapter super early. But obviously, like if you go Sapphire Crystal, you're not going to have as much HP in lane. So then you really do need to be good about preserving your HP. And if that means you're using E to preserve your HP and dodge Cho'Gath Q, then that's worth it. Just some things to think about, right? I do think you could probably get away with starting Mana Crystal refillable potion in this matchup, but you need to play better, right? You need to dodge the Cho'Gath Qs and things like that. Okay, this fight, just some feedback for you here. You're playing slow. This is good. We have people coming in to help, so we just need to wait, right? Thresh is coming, Skarner is coming. So you're doing good. You're doing good. I want you to think about this idea of the concave, right? And I'm sure you've heard of this before. The concave is the idea of like, as a team, we want to position ourselves in like an arc. That way we're not clumping. That way, if one of their tanks goes on one of us, we're always in position to triangle them and kill them. This idea is very important. You can take up some more space here. So you can walk up here, take up this space. No problem. They can't go on you here. But what you're doing, you're clumping here, not good. So you should be standing here, more aggressive. Okay. In general, the champs you're playing, right, like Ornn, Gragas, or whatever, you want to be on the wings of the concave. So that means like the two endpoints. You want to be on the wings because you're the tankiest member. Like we saw earlier, you don't have flash this fight because you were eating too many Cho'Gath Qs. This here is just a flash diff. If you had flash here, this would be great. You just E-flash, boom, them. And because you don't have flash, you should know that you're never getting this E. So it would be better to just play a little bit more patient here. Okay, just hold on to your E. You stand here, you just slowly walk in, right? You could even loop around if you want. You can even use your E to peel. But the way you E'd, or you just E'd without hitting anyone, you are just clumping yourself with the rest of us, and it's not good. Okay, that's the idea, right? I know we won the fight, but that's the idea. It could always be played better. Okay, so this is maybe like a minute after. Basically, the play just happened topside. We should expect the Nilly to open bot side here. Okay, so you're chilling. You should expect this to be a 1v1 for a while. So you get this wave, and what I'm telling you to do is just run past this tower. Okay, obviously you let the creeps come in. The creeps tank. As soon as the creeps tank, you walk past this tower, you proxy the next wave. You understand? There's no way the Cho'Gath kills you, and then proxying is just so good here. It's so much value. I don't care about this plate. I need you to walk past this turret and get to the next wave. You understand? If the Cho'Gath spends his time to stop your proxy, he loses this entire wave, and he can't kill you. There's no way. You just ult him away. You have phase rush. There's no way. There's a lot of proxy opportunities this game. So here we see nearly mid. I need you to start thinking about the proxy. Cho'Gath has no ulti. You saw him eat a minion, so don't be scared here. I need you to hurry up and kill this wave, and then you walk and catch the next wave in between the turrets, right? You need to hurry because the next wave, it's already here. Do you see? Next wave comes, you get this wave, super chill, right? Cho'Gath has no ulti, there's no way he can kill you. This wave for sure you can make, okay? You already killed this wave. The Nilly's still bot side. So after you kill this wave, right? You gotta hurry. Go. You gotta hurry up and catch this wave here. Proxy that shit. And then once again, here, you kill this wave fast. We see Nilly on the dragon. Yeah, same idea here. Walk past the wave, catch the next wave high. You can literally one-shot the next wave that's coming. And then you can TP in to the drag fight if we're fighting this drag, if it looks good. And if the Cho'Gath wants to match your TP, then he's going to lose the next wave. Do you understand? But what you do instead is you walk all the way down to this drag, which is not a good use of your time, right? It takes you, I don't know, 30 seconds, 40 seconds to walk all the way down here. You get absolutely nothing, and you lose a wave. That can't be a good use of your time. Here you're doing the right thing. You push your wave as far as you feel comfortable, and then you hover mid. You chunk the Z, awesome. Right, same thing, you're hovering mid. Okay, fight breaks out, you're coming, you're coming. Okay, fight's cooked. Alright, he carries dead. That's fine. That's not your fault. Nothing you can do. My comment for you is here you should just cover the mid wave here instead of going bot. Instead you go bot. This wave is kind of whatever. I'd rather you just get the mid wave. It's better. You see that? A minute later, so our team is playing super heavy topside. That's fine. So this is the definition of weak side. This is where you need to play like a bitch. Okay? This wave is already too risky. You understand? The enemy team is kind of slow on this play. You got punished for the weak side here. Yeah, it was very close, honestly. It was very close, but the enemy team should have been faster as well. So you just can't do this. Okay. So what should you do instead? You can literally just walk mid, or you can take Crux, or you can base and look to TP. If you have a big item spike, you just base TP somewhere else. Okay, here you're doing good. Ain't no way you're going top. Top wave is in fucking Narnia, right? Super deep. Okay, you're opening mid bot. That's good. We're gonna play for retaking mid bot vision. Awesome. Our bot wave not very good, so you should stay mid a little bit longer. Make sure we secure this mid wave. Once we secure this mid wave, you're gonna help get vision on this half of the map. Okay. And then we see the Z trolling here, so we are sending people down to kill him. My critique is we don't need 5 of us to come and chase this Z. Alright, look at where the next midwave is. Next midwave is already here. Okay, so this is not just on you. Our ADC, honestly, should start backtracking now. He should be hitting this midwave. But obviously, he can't hit this midwave by himself. He needs some support. So if our Thresh and our Skarner are committing to this Z, then you need to be the one to escort our AD so that he can collect this midwave. Okay? But what ends up happening is we send 5 people bot. This is why mid push is so important. The enemy Ezreal gets mid push, and he gets a tier 2 mid. And to be honest, the bleeding should stop here. We should have never lost this tier 2 turret if we did what I'm suggesting. The bleeding should stop there already, but it's just atrocious that this ADC, that this Ezreal was able to get 2 turrets and an inhib, and there's no defense from us. We cannot allow this to happen, okay? Okay, so yeah, you push in top waves, you come hover mid, you stay mid. This is good. You're just bouncing between lanes. This is good. This is what I'm looking for, right? This is the idea of 2 lanes versus 3 lanes. Here, you're catching top wave. Okay, then you go back mid. Good. You self TP. That's fine. But I don't know why you start backing up now. Now, there's no one pushing top actively. So you should just stay mid, help us secure mid push, and then we leverage mid push to get bot side vision again. Okay? You should not go back topside here. It doesn't make sense. You're like lost here. Go back topside, but then there's always going to be something on this side of the map. Do you understand? Okay, and then last comment for you this game. There's a couple scenarios where you're just not leveraging your TP. Like in lane, where you walk from top all the way to drag, you're not leveraging TP at all. This scenario where our Thresh dies for free, which sucks, but they might do Baron. But instead of pushing bot, you are walking from bot all the way to Baron, which takes, I don't know, 30 seconds. Is this really the best use of your 30 seconds? No, you could already push the next wave. And then if we do want to contest this Baron, then you can TP in. There's no way walking here is the best use of your time. Do you understand? You could already be pressuring here. And if we really need you, you would just TP in. You understand? Okay. And then my first comment for you on Ornn is like your build. So is this really the right build where at 12 minutes you are building literally 4 items at once? Sunfire, Frozen Heart, Thornmail, right, or whatever, and then Winter's Approach. Is this really the right Ornn build? I think most Ornns go Bombies and Bramble, which makes sense against like AD bruisers, especially those who heal a lot. That makes sense. So I want you to think about that a little bit more. I don't know if this is best. You don't buy boots until like 25 minutes, maybe 24 minutes. I feel like even sitting on tier 1 boots is pretty nice. So I would think about your build a little bit more. You're going mana flow this game, so I really don't think you need tier. I did some digging online. I don't know how popular this tier build is. Like there's just, to me, there's no way you need both tier and mana flow and Frozen Heart. That's just too much mana. If you're going mana flow, I would say you don't need tier. I know Ornn has mana issues in lane, but then you just base TP and then you're fine. Okay? But I think this is overkill in terms of the mana. If you want to go tier, if you think Winter's Approach is like really broken or something, then I think you can just go no mana flow, right? Just go biscuits and free boots. Free boots is pretty nice. You're putting a lot of like random item components anyway, so getting free boots is pretty good value there. Okay, only a couple comments for you this game. So you built like 3 or 4 times before the Ambessa finally decides to recall. So she's like really trolling. She's like super out-tempoed. She stays here. So we don't know the Xin Zhao's top here, but I guess my point is you should feel incentivized to just proxy here because you have such a big advantage. Right? There's no way the Mbessa can ever contest you on your proxy. This is a great opportunity for you to proxy. Obviously, what ends up happening is that the Xin Zhao is here, but it's not like you knew the Xin Zhao was here. From your body language, you're not even thinking about the proxy is my issue because you're already stepping back when you should be stepping forward. Does that make sense? Okay, here, so this is the status of your lane. It's honestly fine. We are playing for this Herald. This is one of the situations where I actually want you to feel good and confident. I don't want you to play like a bitch. We are playing topside actually, so you are actually on the strong side. When you throw your Q here, I want you to trade. I want you to E in and W her and auto her, and even if the trade is slightly losing, it's okay because if the Mbessa ever extends the trade, if she thinks you're trolling and she starts fighting you back, then we just collapse on her and we kill her. Do you understand? You're not reading the map. You're playing like a bitch. She should not be able to get these 3 creeps without eating her ass in return. Okay, yeah, this is like the same thing as a Gragas game. You catch, you catch, you catch, you catch, you catch this wave. Ain't no way you're getting the next wave right now, so you should just hover mid. You should be like here right now in case something breaks out mid. And then when you realize nothing breaks out mid, then you come back bot and you're in time for the next wave. Do you understand? It's this constant push-pull, constant push-pull. You catch this wave again. After this wave, nothing. You're a bit low, so you could contemplate basing here, but the idea is you could also just hover mid again. And in that sense, obviously you don't have actual prio of the lane because you're always being pushed in. But for a brief moment, you have prio in the sense that you can move first. There is some prio there. You understand?